Do you feel like in many ways that the traditional media format helped fan the flames of the political turmoil that we find ourselves in, America today, 2023?
Yeah, that's a really good question. And I'm not sure how old you are, but
29.
okay, so I'm quite a bit older than you. I'll be about 20 years older than you. So I can recall the birth of the 24-hour news cycle, and that was in 1990 or 91 when we invaded Iraq. And CNN was a news channel. It was 24 hours. Ted Turner, the billionaire Ted Turner, had just launched this thing a few years earlier. It was weird, it's like, what do we fill 24 hours of news with? And back then we didn't have the same kind of ideas about left-wing media and right-wing media. So CNN was sort of the standard. And it was a good channel back then. It really was. Then we invaded Iraq, and people were starving for 24-hour coverage. And then we also had the O.J. Simpson trial, which was people were starving for 24-hour coverage, everything. And so what ended up happening was those were two sensational events that drew people to their TVs, right? It was drama, it was war, it was battles, it was a popular football player, it was murder, it was all of these things. And the television industry began to respond. So that's how we got what we now know as the 24-hour cable network conglomerate. That's how we got all this. Everybody jumped on board. Well, 24 hours is a long time to fill with programming.
Mm-hmm.
And so eventually you've got to start creating your news. You've got to start creating the panic, creating the drama. And so then we just started packaging these stories that were made for drama. And then hyper partisanship came in because there's drama there, right? Conflict sells. And so then we started selling opinion on these channels. When CNN first started, it really was just a reporting channel, but you can't report 24/7 on news. People aren't interested in just straight news. People want drama. So what you bring in the opinion people, you bring in the Lawrence O'Donnells and the Keith Obermans and just people who are going to capture the audience's attention. And that is what has shaped the news media in the last 30 years or so, 30 to 40 years. And so, yeah, absolutely, it's responsible for the decline in dialogue that we have these days, and also the lack of curiosity. They pitched themselves as sort of soup to nuts. We're covering everything. 24 hours of news. There's nothing you won't miss. But of course, that's not what happened at all. People are missing a lot of the story because the story is packaged to sell. And everyone needs to remember that, and this is the biggest danger of television news and radio news, is that news is just entertainment.
Mm.
It's not really there to inform you. It's just entertainment. And if you think that's not true, then why do they play ads during the news? They play ads because ads pay the companies, and the companies put on shows that people will be watching so that they can sell ad time to those people watching the TV. So yeah, it's just the entertainment cycle, and it has ruined dialogue.